Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. It has been 4 months since I filmed a video. It's a little long. I did film a look today on this look that I am wearing right here with the amazing Jaclyn Hill palette, Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette, I should say. Beautiful packaging, absolutely love it. I am so proud of Jaclyn. I have been watching her since the very beginning and I am so proud of her for this palette. It's been amazing to kind of see how fast it's sold out. Thankfully, my sister and I, and my sister-in-law as well, we got this palette right away in that first 43 minutes before it sold out the very first time. I actually posted this look on Instagram and my Facebook page, and I got a lot of feedback saying that you guys wanted to see a video on this, and so I was like, alright, I'm gonna film a video. I actually did it a little different though in this video. I did the same thing on the top, but I just didn't smoke out the lower lash line or put anything on the lower lash line for that matter. I just felt like this was good enough because it was super smoky. Again, you guys know I don't do eyeliner, so on my top lid anyways, and so you could add winged eyeliner, that would be gorgeous. You could add falsies if you wanted to, but that's just not me. But feel free to glam it up even more, smoke out that lower lash line, add some mascara, maybe pop a fun color of eyeliner in your waterline. So many different looks to do with this look. This is the palette. I know this has been everywhere and I know everybody has seen this already, but the shades are absolutely gorgeous. You can see I've like put my fingerprint in these two especially, and these four right here. These ones stood out to me so much in this palette, and it's weird because I don't ever wear these shades, but eventually I would love to come up with a look wearing these four, like separately or whatever, I don't know. Great shadows, very pigmented, very buttery, definitely worth the price and definitely worth the wait on getting this palette. I absolutely love this palette. This has been my go-to palette that I've been wearing lately. Haven't worn anything else. Also, everything that you need to know about this look and all of my Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook page, all that stuff is linked below in the description box. I will also put my salon's link to go subscribe to there as well. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me on all my social media. So let's just get right into it. If you guys want to see how I did this look, please keep watching. Alright guys, so I'm going to be taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Light, and I'm going to just be priming my eyelids with this and then using a beauty blender to blend it out. I usually just like to use concealer because then by the time I put on foundation and everything, it already matches my skin tone. And then I'm going to be taking my L'Oreal TrueMatch powder in Porcelin with my Morphe E48 brush just to set that concealer. That way I have an even base for when I start my eyeshadow. And now to use the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe brushes palette. It is so beautiful. Look at those shades. Oh, love it. But I am going to be taking my Morphe M441 brush, and I'm going to be taking the shade Silk Cream. So I really want to just kind of build up the crease a little bit and then continue to go on. But I'm just going to take that and keep it on the lower side of my crease. I really do not want to go too high because I don't want this to get a super smoky eye where it's up to my eyebrow. I want to keep it smoky but minimal, if that makes any sense. And then I'm going to be taking the shade M.F.E.O and basically doing the same thing. So I just slowly am going into my crease and just blending that out. I'd much rather have more product on the lid than having product up towards my eyebrow. So the important thing is to really get a fluffy brush and really just take your time and be slow and just blend this from inner corner to outer corner, staying on the lower side of your crease. So with that same Morphe M441 brush, I'm going to be taking the shade Pooter, and I'm going to just slowly continue to deepen up this crease. I'm doing the same exact thing I was doing with the other shades, but I'm kind of staying more focusing on that outer corner, the outer crease area. I really don't want to bring it in too much. The only reason why I'm bringing it in is just to kind of blend it and add minimal color. But again, keeping it on that lower side of the crease. I can't tell you how long it probably took me to figure out how to put my eyeshadow in the lower crease. Just staying more in between, like basically being on your lid and in your crease all at the same time. It's really going to help you to keep that lower, and then you can go back later with a clean brush and just blend that top out so you're not getting a ton of product up on your lid towards your eyebrow. So I took my clean Morphe M441 brush. I have two of those brushes, so I just took this clean one and just went through and did that blending that I was literally just talking about a second earlier, and just kind of bringing that up towards the eyebrow, but see, it just kind of blends out that line that we were using down on the lower crease, and it doesn't add a lot of color or pigment up towards your eyebrow. It just helps to nicely smoke that out. So now I'm going to be taking the shade Hustle. This is a shimmery color, and I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, and without spraying anything on it, I'm just going to slowly pack this on my outer corner on my lid. Like I said before, it doesn't really matter what kind of shadow you get on your lid because I was going to cover it up anyways. So I'm just going to slowly build this up and pack this on. This is a beautiful, cool, mauve-y tone to me almost. I mean, it definitely has some like mauve gray undertones, and I really liked the shade and I thought it was beautiful. So I'm just going to put that on half of my lid, and then we're going to go in with a lighter shade later. But I'm just going to continue to pack this on. So then I'm going to get some eyeshadow on that brush again, and then I'm going to spray it with my makeup fixing mist from Pixi, and I'm just kind of wanting that to be a little bit more pigmented and just to show up and pop a little bit more, so that way you get the ultimate shimmer from it and you can see the color really well. So then I'm going to be taking the shade Obsessed. This is a beautiful lighter mauve shade. I thought Hustle and Obsessed went really well together because they complemented each other really well. So on that same brush, I just flipped it over. I'm just going to apply that from the inner corner to where it meets with the shade Hustle. And then I'm going to just kind of go back and touch up Hustle, because I felt like I got a little too light and I wanted to stay a little bit darker with Hustle, so I went back and just reapplied that. So next I took the shade Buns, and I took that on my Sigma E25 brush, and I just slowly started working that into the lower crease area. I'll go back and touch up my lid color later, but I really wanted to just add some more depth in there, and also to start cooling down the transition shades because I wanted this to be more of a cooler neutral eye versus a really warm eye. So I just am slowly working that into that crease area. I'm taking the brush almost sideways and then kind of like turning it over flat just to kind of help to blend that shade out. And the nice thing about this brush is it is pretty dense, but it comes to a point, so it's really easy to get into that crease area. And then I'm going to be taking my clean Morphe M441 brush and just going through and just blending that out a little bit more so it's not super harsh or anything like that. So next I'm going to be taking the shade Central Perk. Love this name because my husband and I love Friends. But I'm going to be taking it on that same brush, and I'm just slowly focusing that on the outer corner for right now. I'm also going to bring that down to pack that onto the very outer corner of my lid because I really wanted to add more depth and bring that smokiness out throughout the entire thing. But I'm just kind of packing that on, but then I'm also taking it more on that flat side of the brush into that crease and then just slowly blending it into the inner corner. I will turn it to its side just to then start to smoke it out just a little bit, but this shade is really dark and very pigmented. So you almost want to start with very little on your brush and then continue to work your way up to adding more, because I feel like sometimes the more product you have, sometimes the harder it can be to blend it out and then you get really smoky really quick. So I would just slowly work with that color and just slowly blend that out. And again, guys, blending is key when you're doing a smoky eye. So again, I'm going to be taking that clean Morphe M441 brush, and I'm just going to be slowly blending that out. I really love this deeper neutral brown shade. It's definitely not very warm. I love that because I definitely wanted to cool down the crease area a little bit more, but this is such a beautiful shade. Then I'm going to be taking that shade Obsessed again, and I'm just going to be touching up that shade, and then I'm also going to be doing Hustle as well, just to kind of touch up everything on the lid, just because I felt like it got a little dark. So then with a pencil brush, I'm going to be taking the shades Enlite and Beam just to highlight my brow bone and kind of just to help continue to blend that smokiness up towards the eyebrow, because again, like I said before, I really don't want a lot of color up there. I just really want it to just be more the blending is up there. So I'm just going to be taking that under my brow bone, and then I'm also going to be putting that on the inner corner of my eye just to help open up my eyes and just highlight that part of my face. Now moving on to my face, I'm going to be taking, again, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Light, and I'm just going to start concealing. I'm going to put this under my eyes, on my forehead, and underneath my chin, and I'm just going to take my Nude BeautyBlender to blend all of this out. Again, you guys, this is my favorite concealer because this is the only concealer that does not look like it's caking up my face, and it also doesn't crease underneath my eyes, which is the biggest thing that I have for concealer. So love this concealer, highly recommend it, and it's also super easy to blend out with a beauty blender. So then for my foundation, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Concealer in 202 Creamy Natural. I usually only use the lightest shades, but they didn't have the lightest shade of this, so I had to get this shade. So then I just covered it up with the lighter powder over the top. But this is my favorite liquid foundation right now, only liquid foundation I will use. And I'm applying it with a beauty blender because I don't like super high coverage foundation. I'd like it to be a little bit more medium to sheer, and it gives you the most amazing, beautiful, natural glow. Then I'm going to be taking my Mary Kay Mineral Foundation Powder in the shade Ivory 1, and I'm just going to be setting my foundation with this. Just taking a big powder brush. It really does not matter how you like to apply your powder. This is just my personal favorite way, and I love this brush that I've had from Lancome for literally probably 8 years. So I just love this foundation. Gives me a nice flawless finish. And then I'm going to be taking the Tarte Don't Be Afraid to Dazzle palette. It's like a double duty beauty contour and highlight palette. And I'm going to be taking the contour shade in that. And I'm just going to take my Morphe R7 brush, and I'm just going to start to bronze slash kind of contour, but I don't want it to be super harsh or anything like that. I love this brush. This has been the only brush I've been using for contouring lately and bronzing. I love the way that it comes to a point so it can really get in my cheekbones, and I'm going to put this on my cheeks, on my nose, on my jawline, kind of blending it down my neck, and then I'm also going to be putting it on my forehead just because I have a really big forehead and I just kind of like to just kind of hide that a little bit. And this bronzer has definitely been one of my favorite bronzers that I've been using constantly. It's very neutral. It's not super warm, especially for my fair skin. So then I'm going to be taking my Physicians Formula Butter Blush, the most amazing smelling blush out there. And this is in the shade Plum Rose. I love this blush. It's super pigmented, smells amazing, and I'm applying it with my It Cosmetics number 227 blush brush. It's an angled brush, and I really like the way it applies this blush. Then I'm going to be taking my NYX Control Freak eyebrow gel, and I'm just going to comb my eyebrows. I've colored them and everything like that, so I really don't need to fill them in. Then I'm going to be taking my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. I am in love with this mascara. This is my favorite mascara, and I could not be happier with this. The way it lifts my lashes and makes them longer is so amazing. So then I'm going to be taking my Morphe Cream Lip Polish in Undressed, and this is going to be my lip for today. It's a beautiful mauve tone. I absolutely love it. And for some reason, my camera didn't film me applying highlighter on top of my blush, so then I applied the highlighting shade in that contour and highlight palette from Tarte. I love that highlighter because it gives a very neutral finish. It's kind of in between like a champagne color and a vanilla color, so it looks beautiful on fair skin. And then I'm going to be taking my Makeup Fixing Mist from Pixi, and I'm just going to spray that just to set my face. Been loving this fixing mist lately. It does a really, really great job of setting your makeup. And that completes this look, guys. Wow, it feels amazing to finally have filmed a video for my channel since it's been 4 months. Thank you guys for watching this. Please, please, please subscribe. Check out the description box below. Give this video a big thumbs up and comment below what you think and what videos you would like to see next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!